Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to talk about some hot topic which everyone is asking about. Funds disbursement interview common questions, that how Amazon is going to take your interview, what kind of questions they are going to ask, and how you are going to respond to the questions. So let's start the video. First of all, you send an appeal to Amazon that your funds should be dispersed, and after that, they schedule an interview where they are gonna ask some questions regarding the funds. So I came to an account which was supposed to be interviewed, and I thought I need to share these kind of questions with you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and I have those questions with me, and I'm going to share those questions with you. And first of all, you need to make sure that you are good in English. And if you're not good in English, you can hire somebody who has a good communication so that they could talk to Amazon. First of all, they're gonna ask you common questions that you need to have answer of those before the interview. So first of all, the first question would be when you have created your Amazon account. I know that you cannot be exactly sure that when the account was created, but you can have an idea that it was around 6 months back, 1 year back, or 2 years back. You can just let them know that your account was created 1 year back, and you don't know the exact date, but if you know that, that would be good. And then they're going to ask you, when did you get the first order, and what was the last order date. So you can just go to the account and check the previous order history and check the date when you got the first order, and when you got the last order. And then the third or the fourth question they're going to ask, it's the account suspension date, when the account was suspended and why it was suspended. So you can go ahead and check it through the performance tab, and go to the account notification, and just go ahead and check when you got an email regarding the suspension. Most of the accounts are suspended due to Section 3, and they're deactivated due to Section 3 drop shipping violation. So it is the most common thing that we have seen, that those accounts are getting suspended due to Section 3 drop shipping violation. So they are going to ask a legit vendor or supplier where you were getting your inventory. You can just let them know where you were getting the items from. I would say that if you were doing Amazon to Amazon drop shipping, you don't need to say that, because that is considered as an illegal way of drop shipping. You can just tell them that you were doing it through Sam's Club and Walmart. If you know the legit supplier, you can just let them know that, okay, this is the supplier where I was getting the inventory from. And then they're going to ask you deposit and charge method. That would be like a credit card. So if you go with the credit card with the charge method, they're going to ask you the last 4 digits of the credit card, and also the bank account where you were getting the funds. So they're going to ask you the last 3 numbers of the bank account. So if you don't know that, you can just open up if you're getting it in Hyper Wallet, Pioneer, Wise, or any physical bank account, you can just tell them the account number and the last 3 numbers of the bank account. So make sure you have everything ready when they are going to start the interview. Last transaction date. So they're going to ask you what was the last date when the funds were dispersed. So you can just go to your account statement or account history, and you can just go ahead and verify that last transaction date. And then they're gonna ask what's the account email. You know that what's gonna be your account email, and the other question they're gonna ask, it's how many people were operating the Amazon account. So you can just tell them that I had hired virtual assistants, and they were operating the account. So they're gonna ask you the names of those people. You can just mention their names. So that's a 12 point. And after the most important, that you need to mention something. They are going to ask you for the, first of all, they're going to ask you to show your identity. That's the ID. So you would have to show it on the camera, front and back. Make sure you have it with you. And then the other one, it's a bank statement and card statement. And then what they're gonna ask, invoices from supplier. So if you were doing drop shipping, so I'm pretty sure that you won't have the invoices, because whoever the people is doing in drop shipping, they won't be having any kind of invoices. If they are doing Amazon to Amazon drop shipping, of course they won't be having any kind of invoices, because Amazon must have closed their buyer account, business account. So you cannot have invoices. So what answer you can give it to them, because you need some kind of justifications that would make it legitimate. You can just mention it that you had hired virtual assistants, and they were having the invoices from the suppliers, and when the account was suspended, it was suspended 90 days back, or 120 days back, or 180 days back. When the account was suspended, you terminated the contract with those VAs, and when you get the email that they need the invoices and everything, you were trying to contact your virtual assistant to get the invoices, but you were unable to get in contact with them. So that is I would say that that's a solid justification that Amazon is going to accept, because you don't have the invoices because you were doing drop shipping. So you can just tell them that my virtual assistant does have the invoices and I'm unable to contact my virtual assistant. And the other thing they're gonna ask, where did you hire your virtual assistant? You can tell them that you hired your virtual assistant from Fiverr or Upwork, or you know them personally but you were unable to get in touch with them. That is the reason you do not have a supplier. And that's pretty it. And make sure you are available on time, because they have only 30 minutes to conduct your interview. After conducting the interview, they're going to send you an email in which they're going to ask for the credit card statement, account statement, your registered business, I would say business registration document, and then they're gonna ask for the identity, the ID card, or I would say the passport, whatever you put on while registering the Amazon account. So you can add those kind of details over there, and within 30 minutes your interview would be cleared once you upload the documents. And you have to write it to them that you need to make sure, justify everything in the email. After the interview, you're going to get an email. So you need to justify that you were unable to get the invoices because they are with the virtual assistants, and you cannot supply or you cannot provide them the invoices or any kind of proof with the supplier. So you can make sure that this happened. And after that, I'm sure that your funds would be dispersed. And that's pretty it. If you do have any question, you can ask in the comments below. Make sure you hit the like button and share it to the people who have the interview scheduled for Amazon funds disbursement. Make sure you hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss any kind of videos in future. That's it from my side. Goodbye.